Okay, Gary, thanks very much. Listen, I feel like a political convention or something. Keegan's the first guy I could grab. Hey. Keegan, before we go to coach and our player of the game, you got a whole bunch of family and friends watching down at a Dallas watch party. You want to give a shout out?
Yeah, I mean, I love you, family. This wouldn't be possible without them. Like my mom, my dad, my sister. It's amazing.
Keegan, congratulations. First one, hopefully the first of 3 more to come. Congratulations. Trying to find Coach Garrett and, of course, our Coca-Cola player of the game, Jeffrey Kordenbrock. Let's go back to you guys until we can track him down.
All right, John, thank you very much. Certainly we're going to have a couple of players of the game because we had a great defensive effort today by Marco Olivas. And let's take a look at what Keegan Shoemaker was able to do on that game-winning drive. Here's Mike.
Well, he made some quick decisions with his legs. Watch him get out of the pocket right here, just avoid the sack, and then protect the football. He picks up not only good yardage, but a first down right there. And then he starts delivering the ball on time and on target, something he didn't do a lot in the second half. And a nice catch there by Zadok Scott. You're going to see a good swing pass here. Another good catch by the freshman Jaden Sutton, gets them down inside. And then obviously Kordenbrock drives it through. He has been fantastic, Jeff Kordenbrock, in the last couple games. He loves the grass, and he is happy man.
All right, let's go to Coach Garrett and John.
Yeah. Thanks, Gary. We're still trying to track down Jeffrey Kordenbrock, but there are so many personalities in this game, so much character.
Get in here.
Coach.
Get in here, my mom.
Who we got? Mrs. Garrett. Mom. Coach Garrett. Coach Garrett and Mom.
Way to put him to the field and do it, baby. I love you.
Is this Dad?
Get in here.
Okay. Coach,
which side you want?
I don't care. It's your call, man. You made all the right calls today. Make another one. Coach, just take us through so many decisions. Have you ever been involved in a game with so much stuff?
Well, it was a heck of a game. And just give credit to our guys and our coaches because they put just a great plan together. And what an effort by these kids. All right, just to deliver blows and then to take them and to be resilient and come back. It's just a great testament to our team and the type of character they have, and we're on our way. This is a breakthrough moment for the Lafayette Leopards.
You know what? Breakthrough, right? You waited to the 11th hour. We got it done. You know, it's hard to believe that 2 academic schools meet like this so often, and we can't hire, I shouldn't say it, officials who can count to 4. But that said, what the heck happened on that play?
Well, we just got it right. We just got it right. Unfortunately, you know, they miscounted, and we kept track of it. Kudos to the guys up in the booth to catch it, and then we just worked together to get it right. So it really didn't have any impact on the game, but it did allow people to run to the bathroom and get a drink or something, and they didn't miss any of the action.
You got it, Coach. It all worked out in it. John Garrett, you've been talking to us all year, staying positive. This is the big one. I just can't congratulate you enough.
Atta baby, go Leopards.
You got it. Marco, come on in here, man. I'll tell you what, obviously a kicker's life is crazy, and we're going to talk to Jeffrey in a minute. He wins the game, but today doesn't happen without your effort all year long. As a freshman, it's difficult to understand as a freshman the magnitude of this game, what it means. Take us through your feelings right now.
My feelings right now, it's just undescribable. It's unbelievable. You know, the tradition of this game and the history along with it, even though it's my first year, it's my first time playing in this game, I just could feel the importance around campus, walking around. You could just feel the energy. The energy was something like I've never experienced before, something different, something crazy, and I love it. I love it.
Marco, hopefully it's the first of 3 more. I'll tell you what, the youngsters on this team, they had great leadership from the seniors, but the torch has been passed, and we look forward to watching you for the next 3 years. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. Jeffrey, come on in here.
Hey, Jeffrey.
All right.
You didn't get to hug him yet. Atta baby. That's an atta baby.
Hugs all around. Jeffrey,
he's with me too.
Jeffrey, I got to tell you, you know, the life of a kicker is absolutely crazy. I remember the first time we had you behind this microphone. It was up at Holy Cross, and now you do it again, and maybe the biggest moment. Tell us about this guy.
this guy's been by my side all year long. All my stuff, it's him and Sean and the eight other linemen on there. It's not just me. Everyone's doing their 111th.
Well, there's three pieces to that special teams play, and we hold our breath on the snap, we hold our breath on the hold, and then we hold our breath on the kick. But it takes a certain kind of fortitude. You know what? I can't help but think that as you guys go on, like the game comes down lots of times to you guys, and how do you? I don't know if you could possibly understand how this might help you as you go on in life. Whatever career you choose, you'll say there's pressure or you have a bad day at the office. It'll be nothing.
I know, absolutely. This is definitely a lot more pressure than hopefully anything else I'll ever face in life, but definitely with encouragement from all my teammates. All my teammates come up to me before the kick and going, hey, we're with you no matter what happens. And that just makes me feel so good before going into it.
Well, I've been walking those sidelines all year long, Jeff, and I see you over there all by yourself. A lot of stuff going on. It's just a whole different mentality. But congratulations to you guys, all of you. Just a terrific win. It's a lot of happy folks over in Easton and all over the country. Thank you, Jeffrey. Congratulations. Gary, Michael, some things never change. When Lafayette beats Lehigh, it's a good thing. Back to you guys.
No question about it, John. Great job well done down there on the field with the interviews. John has a little more work to do with Phil Ing, but I think it's time to take a look at some highlights, and we came out on the right end of these highlights. Here's Mike.
Finally, it's been a long time, and these teams were just slugging back and forth, and the mistakes happened, and then the big plays happened, and it started with YT making a big pick at the 50-yard line. A couple plays later, you're going to see Selwyn Simpson take it in on a beautiful call by the offensive staff right there. A little 18-yard draw play. Selwyn's going to take it up the middle. Again, he was strong inside. He had 2 touchdowns early. He got an unbelievable call there late in that second touchdown, which caused him to leave the football game. But Lehigh comes right back, and again, Zathan Hill comes and takes it in. It's a 7-7 ball game in half. Who wants it more in the second half? Well, you know what? Both these teams wanted it. It started off again with another big play by Billy Schaefer, turning it over. Marco Olivas in the right place at the right time, and then a little stutter step and the big run by Selwyn Simpson here. Watch a little stutter, breaks a tackle by one of the better linebackers in the league. Selwyn takes it in and gets Lafayette back up on top 14-7. Lehigh came back. They made plays. Give Beesmer a lot of credit. He got out of the pocket. That's what I was afraid of. Guys making plays down the field. They come back 14-13. Henning is good on 3 field goals. And then they make a big play down the field. The Bivens didn't have a lot of catches this game. We didn't see Porter Real, so he stepped up. And then the field goal again by Henning puts them up. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. But let's take a look at the game-winning drive. 3 minutes left. Lafayette gets it back really with 2:54. The first play, great offensive line protection, gives Keegan a chance to scramble, get out of the pocket. A big throw and catch right here to Jordan Hull. Again, another freshman. A big catch on the outside here. That was a big play because it was 3rd and 7 if it wasn't going to be 3rd down and 1. And then the big guy, Zadok Scott, sets up the field goal. And Jeffrey Kordenbrock has been brilliant all year long. It was a pleasure to watch this team. And like you and I say, I think the arrow's pointing up for Lafayette.
I don't think there's any question about it. Look at the job that Keegan Shoemaker did on that last drive. 9 plays to go 50 yards. He completed all 4 passes, had the 11-yard run, and Keegan Shoemaker directed that to get it down in line for Jeffrey Kordenbrock to kick that 28-yard field goal. Hey guys, our job is done. Certainly John and Phil are not finished, but I want to thank all the 3 of you. John Beat Bowman in the booth with us, and Mike, of course. We just have a really good time bringing the ball games your way. We're glad you enjoy them. You tell us you do. We thank you for all the kind comments. Our job is finished, so it's time for Phil and John to wrap this baby up. Good win by the Leopards.
Gary, Michael, congratulations to you guys, too, on another great job behind the mic. And Phil, I got to tell you, man, over here, it reminded me of the old days. I know it's been a while, but you saw students, you saw administrators, I saw faculty people, I saw parents, including the parents of John Garrett, by the way. Mom was just as happy. Some things never change. But Phil, your impressions on today's game?
Well, it's a long time coming, right? You know, and I'm happy, obviously, for the program, happy for John Garrett. I think most happy for those seniors who can come out here and get a win and say that they beat Lafayette. I mean, beat Lehigh.
I know. You know, but you're right. And you know, only a former player would be so aware of that, not to lose sight of the seniors who have gone through those 3 years and almost leaving campus without having beaten or experienced beating Lehigh in the most played rivalry in college football. Of course, Jeffrey Kordenbrock, our MVP he was our Coca-Cola player of the game, no question, but he was also just voted the game's MVP. You missed it by a hair a couple of times. What do you think it means to be the MVP of the game?
Oh, especially this game, a whole hell of a lot. You know, to be able to have your name in that program, in the record books. I can say, I like you said, I missed it a couple times, but great to be able to look back on that and relive those memories. And that's, again, like you say, it means so much. You come back, you're able to reminisce about those good times, and it makes it that much sweeter when you have that win.
Yeah, we had a number of watch parties all over the country. We said hello to our folks in Dallas, of course, but from Hoboken to Chicago to St. Louis, we've had them in Alaska. We have one in London. People all over the world who are somehow connected to these two institutions look forward to this event, and it means so much to their communities. I'm sure you agree.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't know about this rivalry until I came here, but certainly do know now, and my family knows now, and it's just huge. When you think about the history of football, especially this year, I think it's the 150th anniversary of college football, and it's just tremendous that these two teams are the ones that played the most.
Yeah, I ran into a friend of mine who sponsors one of our players, class of '77, and he was a former player himself, and there were literally tears in his eyes. He said, "This never gets old," and I don't know what it is. It's just it's a matter of institutional pride. You invest in good kids who invest so much of themselves in what it takes to become a Division I athlete, and to see them rewarded in a game like this is certainly something special. I talked to Jeffrey Kordenbrock. My daughter went to school here. She graduated. She played basketball. She wasn't a star. She worked hard. The rewards weren't always there. Now she's a lawyer in New York City, and she sees the people around her who didn't have the opportunity to do this. Right. And when they have a bad day, she shakes her head and said, "This is nothing." I got yelled at every day in practice. I missed 100 free throws before I made one. It's a special thing to have this in your toolkit.
Well, absolutely. There's something to be said about athletics and what it gives to you later in life. It just gives you that edge. You're used to digging down deep and coming up with something. There's just so much to it.
Before we break here, only a couple of more minutes, but Phil, talk about the youngsters. I was pleased that you recognize the seniors who have invested so much, but this Lafayette football team has got a lot of good young players. The future's bright.
Well, we wouldn't have gotten to the place where we were in terms of winning this game without those kids. Keegan Shoemaker, Marco Olivas, to name a few. So much contributions by those younger class, and the future looks bright for them.
It was a great day at Goodman Stadium. If you're a Lafayette Leopard fan, we thank you all for joining us. We invite you to follow GoLeopards.com and all the different sports that are coming up in the wintertime. But for now, for Phil Ing, for Gary, for Michael, for Ricky O, and our RCN crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next year at number 156.